Hello, William.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Okay. Give me one moment to find the host code so that we can be official in case I need to share anything. So are you all done with AP exams? Are you basically all done with everything? Like these are just the last couple of
Yeah, finals start next week.
and you actually have some final exams.
I have about three, and then I'm leaving, so off to Maine for some bird stuff.
Oh, cool. That's fun. Are you seeking a particular bird?
It's kind of a young birders camp sort of thing, but we'll definitely be seeing lots of breeding puffins, so that would be amazing.
Whoa. Wait, where are you going?
Um, I think it's a little like rock off of it's a bit north of Portland, Maine, and it's a
And there are
rock right in
puffins
the middle
there?
of the ocean that I think is like a really good colony there, but I'm not sure they allow very many people near it.
Wow, how neat. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I hope you see some fun puffins. That's really cool.
How's your summer looking?
Pretty good. We're heading to the Cape this week or day after tomorrow for a few nights, which should be fun. With my mom. So hopefully get a little bit of beach time, but also just, mini golf and stuff. And then we're doing a camping trip in the end of July. So those are our summer getaway plans. And then I've got a few bits of work travel, but so far they're to New Jersey and some like random part of South Carolina. So like not tourist destinations.
I mean, I've heard South Carolina has some nice beaches.
Yes, but I think I'm going to be in a conference room for a day and a half. So I might get some good food, but I don't think I'm going to see any beaches while I'm there, unfortunately. Yeah. All right, well, let me go ahead and call us to order. It is 7:34. Seeing as there are no public members here, there's no public participation. We're gonna have to rally some more members for the subcommittee when you're when you're done. When's your last? Do you roll off like when the school year ends?
I'm not sure. Think I joined. I think I joined in October, maybe.
Okay.
But I mean, I'd be happy to do another year.
Oh, well, that'd be great. Yeah, I don't know what the process is. We should ask Melissa, like how you apply to keep going. All right. Well, I guess first thing, approval of the minutes from April 24th. How did they look to you?
Looked all right.
All right. All in favor?
No one to second anything. I'm sorry.
No, it's true. All good. All right. Well, then I'm a yes. Are you a yes? Sorry. What do you think of the minutes? Yes.
Yes.
Minutes approved. As usual, let's take a look at the various engagements with media. Any news on Instagram? I know you're having a
So the
struggle with
only
it.
things I need to do before I make it public and start posting is I need to connect you as a second user,
Okay.
and then I also need to connect it to the Facebook. And in order to do both, I need to actively log into Facebook, the account through that. So I would need whoever has that account to help me with some things.
So I am a admin on our Facebook account. I don't know if that I don't know exactly what my permission level is, but I have access to it. So it's possible that I have that capability.
Yeah.
Do
I'm not
you
sure.
can you grant me access to the Instagram before connecting them?
I cannot. That's the problem.
Okay.
It's very strange. It has to do with like Facebook business or something. there might even be an extra app that we have to download to be able to connect these two. I'm not sure. But
Oh, okay. Right, because I know it is in the Facebook business group or whatever, because we have access to like Facebook business suite or something.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I can log into Facebook right now and we can see if it's a thing we can connect. Shall we just spend a couple minutes trying that?
Sure. Let me find.
Let's see. Let me open up Facebook and get over to that profile. Can you see my Facebook window?
Yes, I can.
Right, so we have this Facebook Meta Business Suite. I don't know what that even, I mean, that's where, oh, I didn't mean to open that menu window. I guess that's okay. That's where I can see things like, you know, the stats on our posts and things. But I imagine it has a lot of other goodness in there that I've never tried.
Yes. So for the Instagram, there's an option to connect a Facebook page.
Okay.
And then as adding your accounts to the same account center makes it easier to log in with Facebook or Instagram to share your stories and posts and manage your accounts in one place.
Okay.
So I think I have to share the login using an account center. It basically just wants me to sign in through it. So maybe I could attempt signing in with your email and password for the Facebook account.
Well, and is that, yeah, okay. Well, then let's not do that in sharing mode. That's probably not something to do on a recorded video. Maybe let's do that some time separately, or I can like send you a note with my login or something.
Okay.
Why don't you send me?
I mean, I could attempt to get you to log in to Instagram through my account.
Could try that.
I have to figure out how to do that because I technically created this account like a month ago.
And I don't have, oh, right. Never mind. Add, so I could do add account in Instagram. I can log into an existing account.
Yeah.
Switch account. So that it's not on recorded video, why don't you email me the password, or if you have my phone number.
Okay. I have to first find it.
This is going to be a very exciting video if anyone watches. I don't know how many people watch the subcommittee meetings, particularly ours. Is not, you know, not usually a lot of drama going on. My cat has something to say.
Do not appear to have the password saved, which is not very helpful. And the issue is, it seems that my current account shares the same email as my regular account, which I didn't realize was possible.
I didn't either. Well, what did you have to do to try to create the account?
I think I just had a switch account and then like create a business account or whatever.
I wonder if it would be easier. You haven't invested a lot in like putting stuff in the account yet, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I should try creating it.
I think you could try doing that. It's not too hard, I don't believe.
Okay, create new account. Choose a username. How about Wakefield ESC? Unless you already Wakefield ESC. Wait a few minutes before you try again. Why? Well, doesn't seem to like any of my usernames. It's telling me to wait a few minutes before I try again.
Yeah, I think is it all lowercase?
Oh, no, probably not.
Oh, because mine was all lowercase, so that's what I had.
It has to be though, right?
I guess so.
Can you do like dashes or underscores or anything?
You can definitely do underscores.
Shows how often I use Instagram. Wakefield sustainability. COMMI. How about that? Can I do that? For anything I try, it says, please wait a few minutes before you try again. Like, it doesn't matter what I type, it seems.
It's very strange.
I'm just going to try type some gibberish. Please wait a few minutes. Okay. It seems to be having a bad humor about it at the moment. So maybe. Nope. How do I get out of here? Add account. Let's just go back and try. Create a new thing. Wakefield. Oh, aha. Now it's giving me some feedback. Wakefield ESC is not available, probably because that's what you used. So I'm going to try Wakefield ESC with an underscore.
Gasp.
That's available. So let's do that. Okay. Share logins in your account center. Instead of creating a new password, you can share logins across accounts. I don't think I want to do that though. I think, or
yeah,
do
maybe
I?
that's the problem that I faced, because I can't seem to log into it on anything else.
It doesn't seem to. So my options are continue or not you. I mean, like that is me. Okay, hold on. I need to close my window because my neighbors are being very loud. I'm not sure what happens if I say not you. I'd like to make a fresh password for this. Oh, okay. Create a password. Okay. Here we go. Okay, we'll attach it to my phone number, I guess. Complete sign up. All right, maybe now we have an Instagram. And now I want to see if I can connect it to our Facebook, right? That's the,
I believe so. But you have to make sure to make it a business account, I believe, first.
how do I do that? Get
Should
Facebook.
ask you first up.
Skip. Don't want to find any friends. Friends are not important to me right now. Add a photo. I'm going to skip that for now also. I don't want to discover people. Can I skip that step? Okay. How do I turn this into a business account? Notifications are off. That's fine. Edit profile. No. So switch to switch to professional account.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, cool. Get professional tools. Okay, sure. Reach more people, get new contact options. What describes you?
I think for that one I put like
Community.
yeah.
That probably makes the most sense. Are you a business? So I get business or creator. Yeah, we're an organization. Let's say business. Okay, review your contact info. Yes. Okay. Connect to Facebook. All right, allow Instagram to access your account. Instagram needs access info from your Facebook account. Tiana Veldish to continue. No, can I use the other one? Can I use? Oh, no, but it's one account. I just have access to the. Let's say yes, continue. This might break down real fast. To enable connected experiences, add your account to your account center. Yes. Yes. Okay. Connect your Facebook page. Ooh, and it found our Facebook page.
Okay.
Business profiles on Instagram are connected to a Facebook page. You can use this profile when creating ads on Facebook. We'll copy over info about your business. That looks like it's actually right. Facebook account must be page editor to perform this action. Okay, so we might be stuck. That's where it might require Jennifer. Okay, well, maybe then I will back up some steps. Skip the set up your professional account, 0 of 5 complete. Well, if we can't link it to the Facebook without Jen, then maybe we should pause on this at all until we have Jen. Although it does seem that I've at least now created it as a thing. Wakefield _ESC. Just not connected to anything. Okay. I'll reach out to Jen. All right, that was a fun exploration. Seems like I got hardly any farther than you did. Let's see, what else? Facebook, I've continued to post things. Got a lot less stuff coming in than we had around Earth Day. Everyone had something to say for Earth Day. Did post some pictures and video of our Murph tour.
Oh, yes.
A few likes. And I continue to, share only to the less constrained community groups, except when something is particularly exciting. I think it's fine. And then the email list, I haven't done like a bulk, like a digest email in a little while. I did one at the end of Earth Month. Could do another at some point, but I'm unclear whether that was particularly valuable to folks. We don't get a whole lot of feedback.
Yeah. I mean, I'm also a bit curious how to best involve people, especially younger groups, because in my experience, they tend to be rather hopeless and like they feel hopeless and like lethargic about a lot of these issues because they've probably been blasted with them for a long time, and there's the rare few who are just very gung-ho about it, but then a lot of people are just kind of oversaturated, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure if that issue could be solved by this committee.
Right. If, it's not that we need to communicate in a different way, it's that they're overwhelmed by the situation and the set of stuff they're hearing. Yeah.
Because we've currently definitely found a niche audience who's very, very interested in what we have to put out, but just wondering how to involve as many people as possible.
Yeah. I mean, do you think like your generation folks would be more interested in in-person things or in like more active things, like rather than an in-person, like learn about something, if they would be more into like a go do a thing? I know there's like the Wakefield Warrior cleanup thing, but is there some other action that folks would want to do?
I mean, I'm not entirely sure I'm the best person to advocate for my generation.
For your whole generation? You're not a spokesperson for your whole generation.
But I think definitely probably like action based things, and then maybe also I guess short form media. I guess Instagram start. I know people like TikTok. I was never quite on that bandwagon, but
right. Right, and we can't, like, I think ESC can't do TikTok. And I don't think we could even take ESC things and share them to TikTok, or could we? Can you share things from Facebook to TikTok?
I have not really used TikTok before, so I wouldn't know. Because I do know that, especially from some of the stuff that we got to see, like if we got more like closer up videos of what we saw at that management facility, that would probably be really interesting for, at least pique the interest of people. So.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know, maybe the Instagram account could help with that once we.
It feels like that could, yeah.
Yeah. Because Instagram can also share short form media as well with reels.
Right. We could do little video posts there. Right, and I wonder if we should do video posts with like narration rather than just here's a video of the recycling center sorting things.
And I may not be the best advocate, but I can badger a couple people into joining such an Instagram account.
Fair enough. Once we get it going.
Has there been any plans for events similar to what we had last month, or?
No, actually, and that was one thing I wanted to talk about, is if we want to pick a next topic for an in-person thing. We at the food one last month, Sean suggested he has a colleague at, I think through Tufts, who does a lot of stuff around pollinators and like pollinator friendly gardening that's more applied, hands-on, not hands-on like in the garden, but it is more applied content. Like, here's what you, person with a garden, can do to, you know, help the pollinators, rather than like, there wasn't a whole lot of action to take from his talk, right? So that might be an interesting one. And, you know, folks are in their garden more this time of year. And then you had also suggested one that we could do something in the birding sphere, like who's in your backyard kind of stuff. Were you able to find, like, is there some interesting presenter or expert that we could ask to come talk with us?
I mean, I do know of some birders who definitely have quite the knowledge about birds. I'm not sure where they might fall on an ecological based knowledge, but they could, like, I'm not sure if it's within the ESC's kind of view of things, but purview, but we could possibly like have like a walk or something. It's like in the town area or something.
I think that'd be fun, like in the town forest or around the lake or something.
Yeah.
I think that could be cool. Yeah.
I know that there was a few of those independently done for the Metro Tech Forest before that was gated off. So
Got it. Yeah. Would you like to reach out to someone and see if they would want to do a guided bird walk, and we could make that our
Cool.
next event?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
I do also know that there's the Brookline Bird Club, which is a group that kind of has various very skilled birders who kind of lead walks all across the state.
Okay.
So I do know that maybe in the fall they sometimes have one of like the Wakefield and Melrose Lake areas. So
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think people would be more interested in right around here. You know, like there's something to, like, what is in right in our backyard.
yeah.
So that could be cool. If it's something that they're already organizing, we could just, ESC helps promote it, rather than setting one up. But do you want to do a little digging and see either if they're planning to do one in Wakefield again, or
Sure. Yeah.
or if there's some other bird experts that we could bring in?
Sure. Yeah.
That sounds good. And then I can also reach out to the pollinator expert and see if they'd be interested in doing something. We could schedule these at different months, this summer or fall. Is there, I imagine for the birding one, there's probably particular times of the year when they're more active, or
I mean,
around, or maybe not the ones that are nearby.
I'm not quite sure because definitely like things are a lot more quiet in the winter, but we're also lucky enough to have two nice lakes that have a lot of ducks. But they're not quite as biodiverse, I would say. I do know one person who has been a major birder of the Linfield Marsh area, which is an interesting place, and she might be very happy to lead some kind of walk there. I could reach out.
Cool. Yeah.
So
that would be cool. Yeah, I think anything in the, like, you know, adjacent couple of towns might be good.
Yeah.
Cool. That sounds good. Any other ideas for in-person, either like education topics or other stuff?
I mean, I'm not quite sure how much this played into Sean's topic, but like composting and things, I'm wondering about like how to best go around on that.
That's a good one. Yeah. And like backyard composting versus, you know, what happens if you send it to a facility like Black Earth?
Yeah.
Well, we were going to maybe do a tour of Black Earth. They have a new facility. They said we'll be ready in the fall for welcoming tours. So that might be one to do in the fall, and maybe then we could just ask some questions about comparing that to backyard ones.
Yeah.
One I read an article, I'll try to dig it up again to send to you. Somewhere, I don't know, I want to say it's like Michigan or something, somewhere not nearby. There was an article about someone who just done let me tell you about my experience putting solar panels, getting solar panels installed for their immediate neighbors, like welcomed some people in, told them about the process, and had someone from the utility there to answer questions. And then it became so popular that they had to do a bunch of them and had like half the town come to hear about their solar panels. And I was wondering if there'd be interest around here in doing something like that, like solar panels, EVs, the things where you don't necessarily need someone, you aren't necessarily looking for expert opinion, you're looking for
Buyer opinion.
like someone like you opinion.
I mean, I personally found it very, very helpful just in the management thing, because I ended up carpooling with someone who had an electric vehicle, and they gave me the rundown on things, on how the costs ended up working out, which is not something that you necessarily trust a company to really tell you the truth about. So it was really helpful, I think.
Yeah. So I was thinking about trying to figure out like how would we organize something like that, and like who do we get to talk about those things. And in the article, it was like this person invited folks to her house and had cookies and told them about her solar panels. I guess I'd be willing to invite people to my house with cookies to tell them about my solar panels, but I'm curious whether that would actually be like people would be interested in that.
I mean, you live in Wakefield. You have solar panels. How was that difficult to achieve? I mean, I'm very curious about that, because I think my own mother looked into getting solar panels, and she said something about how in the town it was harder or something. I don't know, but maybe it would be helpful to get people like her to come to something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't think it was hard at all. And the town is actually really helpful. The folks since it's a municipal and they're just serving Wakefield, like they were helpful with advice, and I've heard people get solar panels put on and then wait a while for the utility to like flip it on for them. They were there the very next day. Like they were really prompt about it. We got the solar panels installed, and like a year and a half later, we had to get our roof replaced because our roof was older than we realized when we did the solar panels. So we had the panels taken back off by the solar installer so that we could get the roof done, and then we put them back up a few weeks later. The day we got there, the day after we got them taken down, I got an email from Wakefield Gas and Light saying, "Are your panels okay? We're suddenly seeing you offline. Like you're not generating anything anymore. Are you having some sort of problem? Can we help in some way?" I was like, "Oh, in fact, they're not producing anything because they're in the basement waiting for our new roof." Like that level of attentiveness, I was quite impressed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would be happy to host and ask me about my solar panels.
I mean, what about doing things like, maybe people already are pretty sick of it, but like Zoom things?
Yeah. Are there other topics? I think solar panels and EVs would be like the first two obvious topics.
I mean, I know it was mentioned before, but invasive species would be interesting.
Oh, yeah. I feel like that's one where I'd really want to be like actually out in a garden, like, or in a park or wherever. Like I need someone to point to the thing and say, "This is what this looks like. We don't like this."
Well, and also just like invasive insects are also a bit of a problem as well. You could probably give an entire slideshow just on the issues of invasive birds as well. Because I know there are like, we could also have some talk about things like bird and bat houses and feeders and best ways to help those guys out.
That, yeah. I mean, I wonder if would that be something interesting to fold into a birding walk? Is some sort of other bird related stuff, like if you want to have a bird feeder, do this, not that, or don't do it at all, because maybe it's, what you would tell me is it's actually terrible for the birds, like have some of that advice during a bird walk.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah. I know that one of the things I recently learned is that if you have a birdhouse, the worst thing you can do is to attach it to like a tree, the base of a tree, because that's like a squirrel highway and no bird is going to survive in there. So it's kind of like a bait trap and kind of, yeah.
Huh. Good to know. Yeah. Right. And bat houses are usually like on a pole off, like.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a good collection of ideas and topics. Maybe let's bring this set of topics to, I might not be at the meeting this Thursday.
I think I will.
What if I will email you this set of topics? Do you want to ask, like you can give our committee report and ask whether folks have any particular enthusiasm for any of these topics?
Sure.
Cool. Okay, I'll send you an email.
Oh, in terms of topics, I mean, just looking at my phone, I'm seeing, not sure how much anyone can affect this, but the air quality alerts that's been going off a lot.
Yeah, seriously, it's really
even just like general information about all of those things would be interesting.
Yeah, that might be something that's easier just post.
Yeah.
If you see anything useful, we can certainly post about that. I don't know if that one's like a deep enough topic to have like a full in-person session about. But yeah, certainly if you see any good articles or info about that, we could certainly share that. Did you have any feedback on the MRF tour, by the way?
I thought it was delightful. I mean, I'm not quite sure about the whole breathing and all of the that was, I mean, maybe it was just because I was sick but did not feel the best during that, but
yeah, I was glad I had a mask. It certainly seemed like an environment that is not conducive to lung health. I kind of wished I had like glasses or goggles or something. Actually, it felt just like just a lot in the air. Yeah.
And I was also hoping that we would have gotten maybe a few more like large scale, like going to different spots in the whole area, like not just hanging out on that railing area and looking through windows, maybe like at least seeing the trucks, or maybe it just isn't safe enough to do that. But
yeah, that was my read, was that they try to keep people away from loose people away from the where the trucks are. But yeah, I agree. That was, I would like to get a little closer to the truck action. Yeah. It was pretty neat. And it did give me some, better feelings about recycling, seeing that, like, yeah, okay, they do actually manage to recycle the majority of what gets in there.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? Do you have any other ideas for other community education things we should be doing other than social media and in person?
I'm trying to think, maybe something involving the high school. I don't know. We could try, and I guess we've been trying to put up signs and stuff. Just the coalition of hands available to help in the high school is not the largest at the moment. So,
well, and I imagine that this time of year is tough too. Everyone's just sort of counting the days until they're on summer break. Well, I mean, if you end up continuing in the new year, it might be nice for us to think like towards the end of the summer, whether there's any like fresh start of the year stuff that we could do to like, just raise awareness on some topics or get some people interested in helping out in some way or something like that. It would sure be fun to try to get more students to come to any of these in-person things. I think they have a lot of potential to then influence, their families as well as other students. So
I think another thing we could help raise awareness for, I mean, maybe it's just for on my end, but the pollinator gardens, I didn't even realize we had any. And just trying to, because for one of my school projects, we tried to get a pollinator garden set up and we talked to the guy and he was like, we're actually making some of them already. And one of them is already up on one of these streets. And I think at least promoting that more would be helpful. So
yeah, I would love to know where they are and we could share more info about them.
Because I know that they are usually set up to help both pollinators and be more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. So
yeah, that's cool. Cool. Okay. Another thought came. Farmers market. We're also ESC will be at the farmers market. One or two of them in July, I think. I don't remember. I'm sure it'll come up on Thursday.
I might actually be there for doing something else. For NHS has, I believe, bike valet.
Oh yeah,
opportunities. So that'll be interesting to see.
cool.
For bikes.
Yeah, well, that's something ESC should promote when the farmers market starts up.
Just try biking there instead.
Yeah. Right, and people probably would be more interested to bike if they knew that there was going to be bike valet to be able to safely park their bike. That's a good one.
I mean, I was also just at a meeting to talk about how places like eBird and Cornell were trying to work on promoting certain environmentally friendly things about birds. And I know some of the major issues that apparently people have a lot harder times discussing is keeping cats indoors and shade-grown coffee. Because I believe cats indoors is obviously a very contentious topic, and shade-grown coffee is something that seems confusing to people, and so it's I don't think it's been communicated well enough. That's what they want to discussing. And apparently there was a new idea of how to broach the cat subject, which is keep your cats indoors because it's better for them. It'll keep them healthy, otherwise the coyotes are going to eat them. So
that's why ours are indoors.
Yeah. But I mean, there's also just a whole host of other things like maybe help document, do some getting people involved in like citizen science research and like,
yeah, I'd say any of those that you see, let's post them and email them. Like those are some great ideas.
Like maybe we could get someone to come in and talk about certain consumer level things that we could help out on, like shade grown coffee, which is something that's hard to understand because it's not really in our own backyards like it is for people in Brazil and stuff. So
yeah. Cool. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Okay, cool. Shall we pick a date for our next meeting? I think it is tentatively July 10th. Although it's possible I will be on my way to New Jersey then. Maybe we should bump it out a week. How's July 17th look to you?
As long as it's in the latter part of the day, I think it looks fine.
I think we would do this same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a pretty good time because I'm usually home by then.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, we'll pencil that in for July 17th. Having a little bit more time between meetings in the summer is okay because people are traveling and stuff. All right, cool. Any other topics you want to talk about?
Not that I'm currently aware of.
I'll send you a quick email with like what to share for our committee report and get them to ask for feedback on topics. It's possible that I will join the meeting, but
Okay.
TBD. We'll have like just that evening arrived at the beach house that we're renting for the little vacation. So depend on whether my kid is actually deciding to go to bed on time or not.
I mean, I'm still hoping on some future kid cameo at the recycling implant.
Yeah, he enjoyed the videos. I think I made the right choice not bringing him. Like the kid who was there who's like 7 or 8 was quite well behaved. I'm
But
pretty
he was
sure
still playing with the dust.
right. My kid would have just been like log rolling along that whole thing and just like sweeping the dust. He would have been covered. And he like we did the proportion of talking to looking at trucks was too high for him. Like he
Yeah.
would have been interested to look out the window and see the trucks and the bulldozer pushing the cardboard into the thing. That would have entertained him for 12 minutes and then he would have said, I'm bored. So I'll bring him another time when it's not my first time going and I don't mind missing some of what's being said. So, but he did enjoy the videos the next morning over breakfast.
Especially the glass breaker.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. The one with the paper that goes like up the
Yeah.
thing. He thought that was pretty neat. So, cool. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, I will adjourn us at 8:19. And I hope that you have a lovely weekend and fun at bird camp.
And you as well at the Cape.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Bye.